The life right away, you know. Right. Again, this is the I.S.U.P.K, Trinidad and Tobago. Right, under Commandant General YAHANNA, since 1969, we have been teaching the truth about the Bible. Right, and the truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Right. You know, for thousands of years, Christianity has been in existence, right? Which is a lie. Right? Christianity is a lie. It has nothing to do with the Bible, of course. So the white man invented Christianity to make slaves remain slaves. That is basically about it. So this lies that he's teaching about God loves everybody, God loves the Chinese, God loves white people, God loves everybody in the whole earth. That is a lie. Right? According to the Bible, Christ only died for one race of people. Right? And the white man today, he calls us by those different names. He calls us Hispanics, he calls some of us Native Indians. Right? But when they get down into it, he's not Negroes, he's not Native Indians, he's not Hispanics, he's really Gadites. When you look into the Bible, you understand? He's Judah, he's Benjamin, you understand? He's Ephraim, he's Manasseh, he's Issachar. You understand? Those are the names that we have. Right? Those are the names, those are the 12 sons that Jacob had born. Right? And then the generations that come after those 12 sons. You understand? It started from all into the land of milk and honey. You understand? But these are the things Christians and them they won't teach. Because why? They're learning it from white people, and white people don't know the truth. White people don't understand the truth. They just have lies in them. Right? That's why we just say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks about. Right. You understand? Because everything that comes out of his mouth is just lies. Lies and deception. You understand? So, today we're going to talk a little history about the Bible. We're going to go into Genesis, talk about, a little bit about Jacob, and to understand Joseph, why, so we have a 12 tribe chart. Joseph not in the 12 tribe chart. So we're just going to talk a little bit about why he not in the 12 tribe chart. So we're just going to tell history about it. So it's good to know a history. So a lot of we have a lot of black scholars today. They know a lot of history. You understand? But their own heritage, their own history, from their own race, their own people, they don't know it. Because why? Again, we get brainwashed from the society of the white man. You understand? Making us think that we don't need to learn that history. The Bible, the history, and that is black history. You understand? The Bible is about black history. When I really look into the Bible and read into it, the Bible is about black history, and it's good to learn our history. You understand? So, first thing was, anybody know about Jacob? How much wise he had, and how much? You understand? Anybody know how much wise Jacob had? Remember, let's share the class right on the YouTube, right? So,
yes, sir.
Right. 2 wise. Anybody else? Oh, you all 2 up? Anybody else? You also have been? Right. But Jacob, he had 4 wives. Right. Jacob had 4 wives. Right. We're going to get on into it. Right. 1 wife, he had 6 children of them. The other 3 wives, he had 2 each. Right. one who had 6 sons with, she also had a daughter. Right? You all know the daughter name, right? It's Diana. If I'm not correct. So let's share this person. Right? So give me Genesis 28. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Arise and go to Pandanaram, to the house of Bethulah, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence, from the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother.
Right. So of course there was all family, his mother's brother, talking about his uncle. You understand? That's his mother's uncle, right? Go ahead.
And God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people. And gave thee the blessing of Abraham to thee and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which the Most gave unto Abraham.
Right, go ahead.
And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Pandanaram unto Laban, son of Bethulah the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Pandanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Pandanaram. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father.
Right, and what he went to Pandanaram for? He was a wife, right, from his brother's uncle from Laban. Right? In the scripture where they was talking about Rachel and Leah, he went and he had to, for 7 years, he had to work with Laban. Yes, so you can find that scripture, for 7 years it was saying, Jacob had to work with Laban because he had loved Rachel. You understand? But of course, because when you go into the history again, with Esau and Jacob, Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. You understand? Esau like he gave it to Jacob then. So it come like if Jacob was the firstborn, when it was really and truly Esau was the firstborn. Right? But because Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, that is how Laban was watching him as the firstborn. So when he had loved Rachel, Rachel was the second daughter. Right? She wasn't the firstborn daughter of Laban. You understand? But he wanted Rachel. You understand? So Laban said, hey, well, Laban didn't tell him. Laban just told him, all right, after he would send me, I'll give you Rachel, but he gave him Leah. You understand? Because Leah was the firstborn. Right? And it is how we said in Israel, it is not right that we should not let the firstborn go first. The firstborn have to go first. Right? The firstborn had to get the inheritance first, right? That's how it is, the firstborn. So you couldn't let the second daughter get married first before the firstborn. Right? So you let Leah go, you trick Jacob. Then Jacob didn't like that. He worked another 7 years. He said, all right, I'll work the next 7 years with Rachel. And that's how he ended up getting the two daughters. Right? So you get the scripture?
29 and you can start from 8, just 29. You start from 15. What is that? It's in 7 years.
Yeah, you can yeah.
You start from 15.
It's 10, something like that. Yeah, it's 10. Genesis 29, 10.
Book of Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban's mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother.
All right, so you just take off the covet. Good.
And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept.
All right.
And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father.
Right. Good.
And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his son, and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house, and he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art bone and my flesh, and abode with him the space of a month.
Right. So in the Bible, when it says you are my bone and my flesh, it's talking about family, right?
Yeah.
Right. I believe guys, but it's the same thing when it's talking about with Adam and Eve, bone and my flesh. Right? When you go into Genesis with the Adam and Eve, when it says you are bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, Adam and Eve was cousins, right? That's why it says that. Right? Adam and Eve was cousins, that's why it says bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Right? Because how he was in Israel, you know that there's a law saying that you're supposed to marry within your own race. But because, as the scriptures say, we are stiff-necked people. We don't like to marry into our own race. So the Lord put a deep sleep on the Adam, right? Didn't mean he fell, make him fall asleep. I mean, he was so lost, he was just unaware that she was his cousin, right, or his bloodline. Right? It's not sin to marry a cousin. Right? When the scripture says that sin to marry a cousin. Right? It's a sin to marry any other family or bloodline, but not a cousin. Right? So the Lord our Lord put him under a deep sleep and gave him his cousin, which was Eve, right, a wife. Right? So that when you talk about bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, we're just talking about that, right? So yeah, go ahead.
Verse 15. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou dare serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the eldest was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel.
Right. Right.
Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored.
Right. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. You understand? Leah was, the easygoing girl, she's simple, She could do these things like wash, cook, massage, she was tender-eyed, right? Rachel, she was beautiful and well-favored. So, Jacob saw Rachel first, and he had enough Rachel, but she was a younger one, right? So, word.
And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. And Laban said, it is better that I gave her, that I should give her to another man, abide with me.
Right, so Jacob had loved Rachel, and he said, you will serve 7 years to Rachel, younger daughter. All right, so where was 20?
And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days.
Right, just like some people when they're already in love with somebody, when they're already in love with doing something. You understand? That a day or 7 days. You understand? When they really love something, that's how it is be. You understand? Sometimes like time. We go on as slave, but some people they enjoy a slave so much. Whether it's carpenter, it is electrician. They love the slave so much, time will just fly. You understand? You start now, next minute you see, hey, it's time to go home already. But some people, they love the slave so much, when they're watching the time is be sticking on them. So if he had went out 7 years for, not Rachel, but they would say Leah, you understand? It would actually look like 7 years. It had been very long. But because it was Rachel and he wanted to be with her, that 7 years come like 7 days. You understand? Or come like 1 day. You understand? So yeah, word.
Verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days. For he loved, for the love he had to her. Verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her.
Word.
And Laban gathered all the men of the place and made a feast, that he took Leah his daughter and brought her to him, and he went in unto her.
Right, so he went in unto her. Right, so Jacob wanted Rachel, but he gave him Leah instead. You understand? So go ahead.
Verse 24. And Laban gave his daughter Leah, Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid. And it came to pass in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me? Thee for Rachel, wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?
Right, so Laban had tricked him. Right, so go ahead. Let me see why Laban tricked him.
And Laban said, it must not be so done in our country, to give the younger before the firstborn.
But the younger before the firstborn. Have to get. You understand? So go ahead.
Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also, for the service which thou hast served me, yet 7 other years. Serve with me 7 other years. And Jacob did so, and fulfilled a week. And he gave him Rachel, his daughter, to wife also.
Right. So he had both Rachel and Leah, right? If I could find scriptures where the children, where the found children, Genesis 30 something. Reuben, Reuben was the firstborn, and So Jacob had 4 wives, right? When you get to scripture, you get to see it. It was Leah, Rachel, Zilpah, and Bilhah. This is Bilhah. Right? Bilhah was Rachel handmaid. Zilpah was Leah's handmaid. Right? Leah had 6 sons. She had 6 sons and 1 daughter. Rachel had 2 sons. Right? Bilhah had 2 sons. Zilpah had 2 sons. You understand? So you find scripture with she have any sons? Right? History also see that Rachel she died giving birth to her son, her last son. It was Benjamin. Right? It was in Genesis. Shall we see that here? In Genesis 29. It's Genesis 29. Somewhere in Genesis 25 concerning the son. Right? Because Genesis 29 and 31. Right? Shall I get that? Genesis 29 and 31? Yeah, Genesis 29 and 31. Right? We're going to talk about the sons that she have here right now. The sons who had who, sons with who. Yeah, that we're going to talk about here right now.
Genesis 29 and 51.
Yeah.
And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren.
Right? So the Lord saw that Rachel was hated because why? Jacob had loved Rachel more than Leah. Right? They caused a rift between the 2 sisters. Right? Because Rachel so read it over again.
Well, Genesis 29 and verse 31. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren.
Right? So that caused a rift between the 2 sisters now, because you know, Rachel wanted to have children, but she was barren. She couldn't have children. You understand? That what barren means. You know, she couldn't have no children. You understand? So Rachel caused a little rift between Rachel and Leah. You understand? Rachel didn't like that. You understand? So go ahead, sure.
Verse 32. And Leah conceived it and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. But
Right.
she said, surely the Lord had looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me.
Right. She called his name Reuben. Right. For she said, surely the Lord had looked upon my affliction. Right. And therefore my son will love me. Reuben, where is Reuben in the Hebrew? Or what is Reuben then? Where is Reuben? You know, like Benjamin is right, Seminole Indians, right? Reuben is Seminole Indians. And so go ahead, Shah.
Verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord had heard that I was hated, he had therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Right, so she conceived and bear again. So this is second son, right? There's Leah's second son. Right, she called his name Simeon. Who is Simeon today? Right? Reuben is the Seminole Indians. Who's Simeon? Simon is the two brothers. So the two brothers will be in what country? Right. Dominicans, right? So yeah, so go ahead, verse 34.
Verse 34. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, Now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi.
Right. So this Levi could be who? The Haitians and them, right? In that country, Haiti. So Levi is the Haitians, right? Levi is the Haitians, right? Simon is the Dominicans, right?
Okay.
When you know it's the Seminole Indians, right? This is going to be the 12 tribe charts breakdown as you know. Because you must say Rakasai or Wayawasha, you know, Captain for breaking that good 12 tribe chart breakdown. Right? Captain Katiza, right? That was excellent, I should say, 12 tribe chart breakdown from Captain Katiza. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead.
Verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she said, Now will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah, and then left bearing.
Right. So that could be what? A fourth son, right? Judah. Who's Judah? Right? That could be a fourth son, right? Yeah, Judah, yeah. So-called Negroes. So-called Negroes, as I say, so-called Negroes of America. Right? There was some Judahites. So-called Negroes of America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that verse 30 and 1, chapter 30.
Yeah, it says chapter 30, verse 1. And when Rachel saw that she was there, Jacob knew no children. Rachel envied her sister. And she said unto Jacob, Give me children, or else I die.
Right, so it made her envy her sister then. When Rachel said that she could bear no children for Jacob, it envied her sister there. Right? Where?
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, Am I in God dead, who had withheld from the deep the fruit of the womb?
Where?
Verse 3. And she said, Behold, my maid Belpha, go unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her.
Right, so Jacob was angry and say, you could say that am I God? It's not God, it's God who did that to you. God withheld that fruit of thy womb. You understand? Jacob was angry with Rachel for making that statement. You understand? And then so Rachel now saying, all right, take my handmaid, Bilhah. Right? Go in unto her and make children for her. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her.
Right. So he had sex with Bilhah, so that was his wife. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son.
Right, so Jacob conceived and she bare him a son. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
Right. So this is our first son, Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid. Right, sex is marriage, so of course, Bilhah is Jacob's wife also. Right, so this is his third wife, you know. Right, that Jacob have here, because a man could have more than one wife. It's not sin if a man has more than one wife. You understand? Nowhere in the Bible does it say that a man supposed to only have one wife. You understand? A man could have more than one wife, it is not a sin. You understand? And of course, sex is marriage. When some man lies with a woman, right, that is his wife. Right? So Dan, who's Dan? Our first son was Dan. Who's Dan today? Right? So as we all know that Dan, he's in all the tribes, right? He's in all the tribes, right? So go ahead.
Verse 7. And Bella, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. Verse 8. And Rachel said, with great wrestling have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Right? Naphtali, right? So Isabel has second son, Naphtali. Who's that today? What countries was? Right. Argentina to Chile. So countries from Argentina to Chile is Naphtali. Right? From Argentina to Chile. Seminole Indians, right? Judah is the so-called Negroes in America. Levi and Simeon is the country Haiti, the Haitians and the Dominicans. Simeon is the Dominican. Levi is the Haitians. Well, as you know, speak about Naphtali is from Argentina to Chile, right? Those are the tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? We scattered all over the face of the earth now. So those are the countries that those people, the Israel, are in today, right? So from Argentina to Chile is Naphtali, right? So I'm here. Go ahead, Rashad.
Verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah to maid and gave to Jacob 2 wives.
Right. So Leah had left bearing now. She stopped making children, so she gave Jacob her handmaid, which was Zilpah. Right. So Jacob had 4 wives now. Right. So it was his wife, and there's going to make other children. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob his son. Verse 11. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name God.
Right, a troop cometh, and she called his name God. Who's God today? All right. Right. North American Indians, Native Indians, right? So down here in Trinidad, we'd say like the God will be who? The Warahu Nation, there's the Poyu Nation. You understand? Good.
Verse 12. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob his second son. Verse 13. And Leah said, happy am I, for this daughter will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
She called his name Asher. What country would Asher be in today? Asher. Asher is who? Right? Where would they be? Right? From Colombia to Uruguay. Right? From Colombia to Uruguay. Right? Venezuela is also in that. Right? You know, Venezuela is, of course, in Trinidad, fleeing from, you know, the hardship that America has done to Venezuela right now. So, you know, they come across here to get ease. You know, our government give them a year. They could have a, what's call it? The temporary pass, I should say, right? Where they could have little jobs and whatnot in Trinidad, you know, so they could ease the hardship over in Venezuela, right? So they come across in Trinidad here, they have 1 year registration where they could do that, have little jobs and all, right? So Venezuela is also a part of Asha, right? From Colombia to Uruguay. So, yeah, go ahead, we come verse 14.
Verse 14. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother, Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son mandrakes.
Right, just want to look for the one with the other children. It's supposed to be somewhere, it tends to be too far. Right, start 17. Yeah, 17.
Verse 17. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the fifth son.
Right, so his fifth son is going to be born here now from Leah. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and Leah said, God hath given me my hair, because I have given my maid to my husband, and she called his name I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah, I.S.U.P.K. Right? So who's I.S.U.P.K. today? Right, the Mexicans and them. Right, so I.S.U.P.K. is living in Mexico, of course. You know, the white man call them Mexicans, but there's not really Mexicans. You know, I.S.U.P.K. Right, that's who they are. Right? Again, the white man calling them these different names to make us feel, you know, it's different people. But it's not. I.S.U.P.K. is part of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are the Mexicans. Right? They are in that country, Mexico. And of course, I say Mexico is where they found the oldest 10 Commandments. Right? In Mexico. Right? Again, that is proof to show that everywhere that Israel went, they carried their records with them. Everywhere Israel went, they carried their records with them. For them to find the oldest 10 Commandments in Mexico. Sounds so, go ahead.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
And Leah conceived again and bare Jacob 6 sons.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 20. And Leah said, God hath endued me with a good dowry.
Dory, yeah, go ahead.
Nor will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons, and she called his name Zebulun.
She calls him Zebulun or Zabalawan. Zabalawan, right? Who's that today? Zebulun? The tribe of Zebulun. Who's the tribe of Zebulun today? Right, from Guatemala to Panama. You will find the tribe of Zebulun from Guatemala to Panama. You will find the tribe of Zebulun there. Right, they go in Haiti. You'll find the tribe of Levi there, the Haitians. Right? Yeah, so I'm good.
Verse 21. And afterwards she bare a daughter and called her name Dinah.
She bare a daughter and called her name Dinah. Right? Good. So Leah had 6 sons and 1 daughter. Right? From Jacob. Good.
Verse 22. And God remembered Rachel, and God happened to her and opened her womb. Verse 23. And she conceived and bare a son, and said, God hath taken away my reproach. Verse 24. And she called his name Joseph, and said,
right, so God have taken away her reproach, she said, and she conceived and bare a son. She called him Joseph. Right? We have a 12 tribes chart here. Right? It's Judah, Benjamin, Levi. You find Simeon, Zebulun, Manasseh, Ephraim, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, I.S.U.P.K. But you won't find Joseph. Right? But as you could see here that she had a son that named Joseph. Right? So go ahead.
And she said, the Lord shall add to me another son. Verse 25. And it came to pass, when Rachel had born Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go unto my own place and turn to my country.
Right, so we will just find out later on where Joseph is in the 12 tribes, right? Why is Joseph not in the 12 tribes chart here? Right? Go ahead, Shah.
Verse 26. Give me my wife and my children, for whom I have served thee, and let me go, for thou knowest my service which I have done thee.
Right, I'm trying to look for you next. I think it's in verse 31. Strictly to Reuben. Benjamin. And if you look at the financial how she created Benjamin now, she gave it to Benjamin. But you all know what the land of milk and honey is? Or where is the land of milk and honey?
The land of milk and honey.
Yeah. What country in the Bible is the land of milk and honey? And what it was called before that country? The land of milk and honey. Remember, the Lord promised them the land of milk and honey.
Canaan.
Right? Canaan, yeah, Canaan is the land of milk and honey, but before what it was called? Yes, you correct? Canaan is the land of milk and honey. What it was called before? Canaan. Before it was called Canaan, what was that country called? Okay. It's 35 only. Yeah, what chapter? Genesis chapter 35. Yeah, from which? Right. Right, yes. Yes, I could 35 and 16. Genesis 35 and 16. Yeah, Genesis chapter 35, verse 16. Mm-hmm. But the land of milk and honey was Canaan. Before it was called Canaan, it was called the Garden of Eden. And that was the land of milk and honey, the Garden of Eden. Right? But when Adam got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, we sinned. So eventually the Canaanites came into the land, took over the land, and it was the land of Canaan. Right? So the Lord said, all right, you all keep sinning every time I give in your things, you're going to have to work hard for it now. That's why he told them, go to the land. I think he told Abraham that, and also Jacob, I believe, right? He told them to go. I think Moses and all told them to go and spy out the land, to take it over. It was the land of Canaan, because that is the land of milk and honey. Before, it was called the Garden of Eden. It was the Garden of Eden. Right? But when Adam got kicked out, the Canaanites came, they took over. So the Lord said, all right, you all are giving a lot of things too easy now. Apparently, again, other things too easy. This is why I keep selling. So that will work for it now. All I want back the land, go and take it. Right? That is why we went and took over that land of Canaan, because that is originally the land of milk and honey. Right? It was called the Garden of Eden. Right? So yeah, so go ahead, 16, 35 and 16.
Genesis 35 and 16. Verse 16. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was Genesis chapter 35 to 16. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel village, and she had hard labor.
Right? So Rachel traveled and she had hard labor on her, right? So she was about to put on the child. Right? Good.
Verse 17, and it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, fear not, thou shalt have this son also.
Right? That the midwife, you know what's the midwife, right? You know what's the midwife, right? Anybody?
Like that is like somebody who has like experience with pregnancy and it.
Right. So your experience with pregnancy, or we could say, you know, a nurse, you know, I shouldn't say a nurse, but a midwife is somebody who does deliver the child, right? Specialized. Right? So I don't really class a midwife as a nurse, but a midwife is somebody who specializes in delivering babies. That's what a midwife is, right? So, yeah, shalom. Right? So the midwife said, fear not, for thou shalt have this son also. Right? She was in hard labor, you know, it's not like she was going through pain. So go ahead.
And it came to pass as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin.
Right? Right? So she had died, right? The child, she called his name Benoni, right? But the father, who was Jacob, right, called his name Benjamin. Right? So go ahead.
Verse 19. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephraim, which is in Bethlehem.
Right? Bethlehem, right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Jacob set a pillar upon his grave, that is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edom.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah his father, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. Verse 23. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun.
Right, so that's our history that Israel calling Israel Jacob, right? Because his name, he said, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel. Happening there, right? So go ahead.
The sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin.
Go on Genesis 36, verse 8. Yeah.
It says 36 and verse 8. And verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in the mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Right? Esau is Edom, right? Esau is one so-called white man, right? Edom, same thing, so-called white man race of people, right? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And these are the generation of Esau, the fathers of Edomites in the mount Seir.
Go to verse 37. 37 and 1. Twins, yeah. 37 and 1. And 1. 37 and 1.
Verse 37 and 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger in the land of Canaan. Verse 2. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being the 17-year-old, feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the son of Bilhah, and with the son of Zelpah, his father's wife. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
Right, so Joseph has bring Joseph's father, who's Israel, would send Joseph to say, hey, go and watch them to see if they do anything wrong now. Come back and tell. Right, that what Israelites do, right? Or Jacob. Right? Good.
Verse 3. Now Israel loved Jacob more than all his sons, all his children, because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors.
Right. So again, Israel is talking about Jacob, right? So Jacob loved Joseph more than all his children. You understand? That's just how it is. You know, it's like the Lord prefers Judah than the rest. It's not the Lord prefers lilies than the flowers. Right? That's just how it is. So Jacob loved Joseph more than his other sons, right? So go ahead.
Verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Verse
6. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed it. Verse 7. For behold, we were blinded sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheep arose and also stood upright. And behold, your sheep stood wrong about and made unbeknownst to my sheep.
Right, you can't read from verse 8. Right, but before we from verse 8, I don't know the history of this. This is what going to happen to Joseph here. I don't know the history behind or line what coming up with Joseph. Right. Remember, Jacob, he had loved Joseph more than the other sons. You understand? So the other children had hated that. Right? His other sons had hated that Jacob had loved Joseph more than them. Right? So you have to remember anything about it now, the history?
Yes, so
You go ahead, you can.
this is your story leading up to where Jacob would be sold into slavery in Egypt. This particular passage is linked to the dreams that he had, which was a future prophecy of how they would have to come and bow to him because he would be great authority.
All right.
But he didn't understand.
Right. So when he told them about these dreams, it made them hate him more than. So you know how we go bow down to, we can't bow down to. So it made them hate him more. Father don't love him already. More than they then tell them this is what's going to happen in their dream. So it made them hate him even more. Right? They threw him in a pit. They tried to kill him. They wanted to kill him. Right? But I believe it was Reuben who was saying, nah, don't spill no blood. Reuben was saying, don't spill no blood. You understand? And then they tried to sell them. They tried to sell them to the Egyptians, right, through the Ishmaelites, it was. But that didn't happen. Some other people came and saw Joseph in the pit, and they sold him to the Egyptian. Right? So yeah, go ahead on. I think that comes up with verse 8.
Verse 8. And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dream and for his words.
All right, go ahead.
And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made omniscience to me. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth?
Right. So they was like, nah, what dream is this? We coming and bow down to you, know? What kind of dream is this you have? And I said, Father, I come to bow down to you. And I answer, yeah, where they have?
When he says his father rebuked him, is it maybe that his father thought that was a not so good dream or exactly good dream in the aspect of him being the youngest, and everybody else, and him being his father, him saving him for should have him born down. Do he see that something I would say evil or not?
Yeah, I won't say I'm evil. I mean, I don't believe it's a sin to bow down to somebody, but we just didn't, we thought it was lying at first. Since we just thought, oh, what kind of thing is that? We go and bow down to you. We just thought it was lying. What kind of dream is that? That is really a dream you have? You understand? So, yeah, so well.
Verse 11. And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same.
Right, so his brethren envied him, his brothers and them envied him with this dream, but his father, even though he rebuked him, see them and watch and observe, who knows? Could be telling the truth. Let's watch and observe. You understand? So go ahead.
And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flock? So like, do not thy brethren feed thy flock in Shechem? Come, I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here am I. And he said unto him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he went out to the...
Right, read from verse 18.
Verse 18. And when they saw him afar off,
right, when his brethren saw him afar off, right,
even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
Right, so when his other brothers saw him afar off, because his father told them to go and watch to see what he was doing and bring back a report to him. Right, that's what Joseph's father told him. Right, so Jacob told Joseph, go and see what your brothers and them doing, and come back and report it to him. Right, so when he was going, his brothers and them saw him afar off, and they conspired to kill him. Right, so they plotted to kill him. So go ahead.
And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh.
All right. Just like Israel, Look how we kill him now, the dreamer. Yeah, they want to see we got bow down to him, yeah. The big dreamer. We got bow down to him, we go and kill you. Yeah. So go ahead.
And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and some have devoured him, and we shall his dreams.
All right. All right.
And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands. Let us. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him out of his father again.
All right, just so yeah, I'm like, yes, you want to say something?
No.
All right, just so right, read from verse 25. Right, so what happened here? They just cast into the pit, right? They went to the schools and cast into the pit, right? So go ahead.
Verse 25. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry
Sell some to the Egyptians. They was going to sell. Go ahead.
And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content.
All right, so Judah saying, really gonna make sense, you know, what profit do we have if we kill the brother? You understand? Easy, but we just sell him to the Ishmaelites. Right? I know Adam was content, they say, all right, yeah, we will do that. Let me sell him. Right? So go ahead.
Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver.
Right, so the Midianites, merchantmen, they drew and they left Joseph out of the pit, the Midianites. Right, and they sold Joseph to the Egyptians. Right, so go ahead.
And Reuben returned, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brethren and said, and I, whether shall I?
Right, go down verse 34. Right, so what happened? You know, they just went in the pit, they didn't see Joseph. And evil beast devoured them, and yeah. This is where we are now, right? So there's verse 34, is it? Yeah, go ahead.
And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his son many days.
Right, mourned for his son many days, because of course he will be killed. Joseph, that's what the story that his other son stole him. Right, so they believe, right, not knowing that the Midianites sold Joseph to the Egyptians. Right, so yeah, go ahead.
And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of the Pharaohs, and captain of the guard. Chapter 38. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Seraph.
All right, that's fine. Okay, go ahead. Judah. So, Read from verse 18. It is some kind of. Yeah.
Genesis chapter 38 and verse 18. And he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, thy signet and thy bracelet and thy staff that is in thy hand. And he gave it to her and came in unto her, and she conceived.
Right. What happened? What happened here was Jacob, Judah was his firstborn, right? He had a wife, but Jacob had Judah had two children. I believe that was it. Right? 2 children. Right, as we was reading when you go up. I forgot the names right now, right? But he had 2 children, one died. Right? You remember the names? But he had two children, one of them had died. So what was supposed to happen was the other one was supposed to go to, onto his wife now. That is the law in Israel. And once you have a children, you have to go in onto her as the other brother. When she had a children, you go to the person's wife once he dies. Right? But he had an evil eye towards her, he didn't love she, so he treated she like a whore then. You understand? He didn't treat she how she was supposed to be treated. You understand? Like a sister then. You understand? Treat she like some whore. Right? So yeah, go ahead, Sha.
The 2 sons is A and Onan.
Yeah, A and Onan. I believe A was the one who had the wife first, right? Right. And then A died, so Onan supposed to go and take his wife, as the law said. Right? But how sure she tell like a whore, the father saw that Jacob, the father saw that. Stay in your house now. Stay in your house until I find until you get a next time called Shechem. Right, yeah, until Shechem get a little old. When he get older, you go in onto him and all go be one.
So like I said,
yeah.
so it was Shalak.
Shalak, that was his name, right? So you see, wait until Shalak get a little bit older, you could go in onto him and you can be husband and wife and have kids. Right, but it just so happened, Jacob, he maybe forgot. Right? Judah, right. Judah, like he maybe had forgot to give the other son Shalak, right? Shalak to the wife, and she was like, nah, he forget me here, so I had to stay here and listen. I get old and die now. So she decided she come up her face, so she had a harlot. Right? And then she went on to Judah, right? Right? She went on to Judah and conceived by him. Right? She knew it was wrong because you're not supposed to do that. Right? So that's why she covered up his face. Right? So this is where we are here right now. From verse 18, when verse 18, you understand, she made a deal, she said, well, the pledge I want a signet and a bracelet. Right? To prove that she knew in the back of her mind, she knew that there is proof that I was with you. He don't know who she is. Judah don't know who she is. He thought she was some harlot. Right? When they read up high up, they would say that Judah thought she was some harlot. You understand? But she know that, hey, I'm doing this because Judah, like, she forgave him. You see, when the child grew up, you will give him. The child grew up big, you still ain't give him. So she want to stay there and get old and die. So she went on to Judah, because she might be thinking, next thing something bad happened to Shalak too, he died for some strange reason. So she went to Judah. She knew it was wrong. So she asked for these the bracelet and the signet, and go ahead, verse 19.
Verse 19. And she arose and went away and laid by her veil from her and put on the garments of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend, the Adullamite, to receive his pledge from the woman's hand. But he found her not. Then he asked the men of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside?
Right, because he thought she was a harlot, right? Because she covered her face, right? Good.
And they said, there was no such harlot in this place. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of that place said that there was no harlot in this place. And Judah said, let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I send this kid, and thou hast not found her.
What was it?
Verse 23.
Good.
Verse 24. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, had played the harp, and also, behold, she is with child by order. And Judah said, bring her forth, and let her be burnt.
All right. So they was going to kill her because they say she's a whore. All right. But Judah didn't know he went by, right? Because she covered her face. So go ahead. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Look, he thief what if you just keep reading, remember, sex as marriage, she was looking for the harlot. You know, he wanted to keep her there. Right? He didn't just tease something and go. You know, he's looking for her to keep her there. Yeah.
Something we say she knows what's wrong with all that.
Yeah, going to remember it was like I have two children, she with my children, she not supposed to come to the father. That any law, you're supposed to go to the it's how who when you're in the bloodline you're not supposed to go to. Cousins is not there, so you could go with your cousin. Right. But if I have children and them have a wife, the wife not supposed to come to the father, right? Vice versa, the wife not supposed to go to the uncle or whoever. Yeah. You understand that any law. So she knew it was wrong that when she covered her face. She knew it was wrong. You understand? If Judah had saw her, he would have said, nah, we doing this wrong. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
She can only pass on to her brother, not dear man.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Yeah. So yeah, we is
verse 25.
Right. Yeah. Good.
When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man whose these are, I am child. And she said, discern, I pray thee, whose are these? The signet, the bracelet, and the staff. And Judah acknowledged them and said, she had been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shalom, my son, and he knew her again no more.
All right.
27.
So you understand that, right?
Okay.
I think she knew it was wrong, so after that, we are going on with verse 27.
27. And it came to pass in the time of her travail,
right,
that behold, twins were born in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed, that one put out his hand, and the midwife took, and behold, upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back in his hand, that behold, his brother came out. And she said,
right, we found Genesis 39:1.
Okay. Genesis 39:1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him to the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down hither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him. And it came to pass, when the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house of the Lord, like in the house and in the field.
Right, so again, that would be a nice scripture to pull to all those Egyptologists to show them, you know. Israel made Egypt the place that it is today. If Joseph wasn't there, Egypt would not be the place that it is today. This great place that everybody will, you know, spectate about and talk about. You understand? If Joseph wasn't there, there would have just been some rundown place, you know. The Lord bless the house and the field because Joseph was there. You understand? Because Joseph really taught them, you know, Joseph really, you know, like the dream, nobody in Egypt could not interpret dreams. You understand? Joseph who had to really interpret dreams. You understand? So Joseph made Egypt that great place, or Israel made Egypt a great place. Right? So go ahead.
God. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph and said, Lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master is in the house.
Right.
And he had committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house. Neither had he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? So I guess it.
Right. So yeah, go ahead.
Could this passage of scripture also be used to prove that the law here before Moses?
Exactly which scripture? Which scripture are you talking about?
Say verse 9. I think 9 and 9. The other one was where he said, how then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? So he knew that sin would become a man's wife.
Right, Joseph.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that would be yeah. It was here before Moses, yeah.
I say that they knew that.
Yeah. Now the questions, when you see that now, questions go arise. Okay, so Moses wrote the law. You give them the scripture, they say, okay, so what is the proof now that it had? That's what I would say. Yes, it had the law was here before Moses. Okay, you show me the scripture. Where's the proof? You understand? That is what they go come. So what you go tell them?
There's another scripture. It is 2. So yes.
Remember, yeah, like what?
Genesis 26 and 5.
26 and 5. You can read it?
Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept charge my commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
Right. That's a good scripture to get them. Right. Genesis 25. Right on that.
Yeah.
right? You know, that. But that is if they want to go far back into Adam and Eve. Yeah, that is if they want to go into Adam and Eve. You understand? Then they can get them the breath of life and those stuff. Right? So yeah, that one Abraham is a good one, right? If they want to go further back. Right? Into Adam and Eve, all y'all know the scriptures for those stuff, right? Right. Right. So what is happening here basically, you know, her wife, she lied, and because she realized that Joseph, he didn't want to have sex with her because, you know, it's adultery, right? A man could have more than one wife, yes, but if she's single, if she has somebody else, no, you can't go lie with her, right? So she saw that, you know, Joseph was really this righteous person. He didn't want to have sex with her, so she lied, right? One day she came into the house, because she keep nagging him about it over and over many times, right? So one day she come into the house, she nagged him, right? Of course, Joseph must be, I don't know, it had different ways to fight temptation. So that day when she came in, he ran away from she, right? And left his school because she was holding on to his coat and he pulled away the coat and he ran, right? So, you know, we say now, when you know she come out to me here, something might happen. Better run and I lead us to money. You understand? So something might happen. So she went, yeah. Yeah.
When it's second out and that one and nation, then the rest of this world too now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they carry this week.
Yeah.
So that can't say.
Yeah.
You see, probably when you watch it put now, see that's that mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, because we have to use now that stinking dirty African now. You know?
About put.
Yes.
So I guess most times when Christians read the scripture, I don't have any concept in mind. So I guess I would know because you need a Christian church. Like when I say caught his garment, always like we feel as if he ran on the house naked.
Right.
Not understanding what is our garment.
Right.
You know?
Nah, you didn't know the house I'm naked.
It's kind of like portrayed like that.
Yeah. You didn't know the house naked. Right? Jacob, that was his garment. I just see his coverall there. It's top piece. As you all should say, right? You didn't know the house naked because, of course, seeing nakedness of somebody else's sin. Right? Jacob, of course, Joseph knew that there is a sin, so he wouldn't do that. Right? This man here who you bring to the house, this Hebrew, you understand? He came in onto me, and when I cried out, so she make it look like if, you know, he was about to rape her. And when I cried out, he ran and looked, he left his coat. He ran and just left his coat. He was feeling shame, right? And the Pharaoh asked his wife, so he believed his wife and put Joseph in prison, right? Speaking up now, Joseph was in prison for a while now. I believe it was 2 years. 2 years Joseph was in prison, right? Joseph was interpreting people's dreams in the prison, right? The Lord was with him, so nobody really do him nothing. Nobody really harmed him, right? And he was interpreting people's dreams. He alone could have done that. And the dreams was coming to pass. What he was telling them what the dream was about. So lo and behold, the Pharaoh now had a dream. This was after the 2 years, I believe he was in prison. And you know, this dream was humbugging the Pharaoh. Right? So the Pharaoh bring all his seers and all his witchcraft, all his whatever people it was. Right? And they couldn't interpret the Pharaoh's dream. Right? And then one of them remembered, say, hey, I remember when I was inside that day, I remember Joseph was saying, my dream means so and so and so. So the Pharaoh said, all right, but bring Joseph now, you know. Pharaoh, like, you forget what he was in prison for. You know, he wanted to interpret this dream, what this dream is about. So we called Joseph, right? You all can remember what scripture that is. We actually called Joseph. Right? We called Joseph, and Joseph interpreted the dream and say it was a famine. Right? He says 7 years he had his famine, so he had to stock up all the goods.
Second, 41.
Genesis 41.
41 and second 7. 41 and 1.
41 and
The beginning June started from 41.
Yeah. Yeah, look for the part. Look for the part where he interpreted Pharaoh dream. That may be somewhere lower down. 14. Right. Well, then read from verse 11. Michael, you could read. You could read there.
Okay.
Genesis 41 and 11.
41.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So days after Pharaoh get a dream, the people tell him, hey, right? The chief butler say, hey, I remember Joseph interpret my dream. So, right. So go ahead.
Okay. The book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 11. And we dreamed a dream in one night. And I and he, we dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. Verse 12. And there was there with us a young man, and Hebrew, servant to the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dream. To each man according to his dream, he did interpret. And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was. Me he restored unto my office, and him he hung. Verse 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself, and changed his raiment, and came unto Pharaoh. Verse 15. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. Verse 16. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. Verse 17. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, in my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river, and behold, there came up out of the river 7 kinds, flesh and well favored, and they.
Down to verse 50, right? So what has basically happened there, Joseph just interpreted Pharaoh's dream. It was a famine which could take 7 years, right? So, a little bit further down to verse 50. Read verse 50.
Book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 50. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On-Bear, unto him.
Right.
Verse 51. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh.
Right. Manasseh is who today? Which part we could find Manasseh today? Right. In Cuba we could find Manasseh today, right? Go ahead.
For the Most High, he had made me forget all my toil and all my fathers. And verse 52. And the name of the second he called Ephraim. For God had caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Right, Ephraim, and who's Ephraim today? Right, so-called Puerto Ricans, right? Right, so I go to Genesis 48. Just looking for which part. Right, yeah, Genesis 48 and 1, right? So what we skipped through was, the family, Jacob and his sons, and then went across into Israel, into Egypt, to buy, corn and wheat and stuff to eat, because Joseph, he gathered all the corn and wheat and he stocked it up for those 7 years that is about to come. So people all around the earth used to come and buy food from the Egyptians and them, right? And buy from Joseph, right? Because the Pharaoh used to send everybody to Joseph to buy the goods. So, his brethren and them came, Joseph saw them, Joseph he cried when he saw his brethren. He sent them back and said, leave Simeon here and bring back the last one, which was Benjamin, because only 10 of them alone came. Right? There was 10 of them alone because Jacob had left Benjamin behind. So just 10 of them alone went. But Joseph knew who they was. So Joseph, he was just playing a little hard with them. He was glad that he saw them. He was just playing a little hard with them. He said, leave Simeon here, you all go back and bring back Benjamin. So I could know that he was not spies, because when they now came, he said, you all are spies. Just playing a little hard with them now. Because what they did to him, he was glad that he saw them, but he was just playing things a little bit hard with them. So he said, you all are spies, and to prove to me you are not spies, let me really see that you all have a last one who was Benjamin. Right? So bring back Benjamin and leave Simeon here. When you all come back, once I see Benjamin, I know you all are not spies and you are speaking the truth. Right? So that has already happened there. So we reach from Genesis 48 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 48 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim.
Right, his father is sick, right? Which was Joseph, well. Jacob, yeah, well.
And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed.
Right, Israel is talking about Jacob, right? Jacob, he was old and sick. Right, so after a while he get old and sick, because after a while them get back together again, right? After a while, when they came back with Benjamin, right? Joseph was playing a little bit hard with them, he tell them, hey, all they still spies, He didn't make it easy for them, right? But eventually he started to cry. These are my brethren. When the Pharaoh saw that, he said, right, Joseph, go back home with your brethren, Go back to your brethren, go and meet your father. So all of them went back. All of them was happy, and this what happened here, he bring his 2 sons. He tell his father, right, these are my 2 sons, I stand you from. Right? His father was sick. His father strengthened himself with Israel. And well, in verse 3.
Verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me, and said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. Verse 5. And now thy 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
Right, so right there is the proof as well. Manasseh and Ephraim came into the 12 tribes shard, and Joseph wasn't there no more. Well, Jacob was telling them, Ephraim and Manasseh, which are born unto the land in Egypt, before I came unto thee are mine. Right? So Jacob is saying they are mine. He's considering them as his sons now. So because Jacob is considering them as his sons now, that is how they end up coming into the 12 tribes chart. Of course, when you read lower down, Joseph, he had died. Right? So when Joseph had died, the other two, Manasseh and Ephraim, they are like Jacob's sons. So that's how they came into the 12 tribes. Right? So again, the Christian church, they ain't gonna teach you that history. Right? All they see in the Christian church is a lot of raping, molestation. Right? Just in Trinidad, a pastor. Right? Let me see if I could find that. Right? A pastor, they call the pastor name. Right? A pastor was charged with buggering a socially displaced man. Right? That's in Central Trinidad, that's in Shoguanas. Right? The pastor was charged with that. Trying to see if I could get the pastor name.
I think it's I.S.U.P.K.
Is that East Indian?
Yeah,
Is that East Indian, you know? So if all these things going on in the Christian church, I don't know why it is we still allowing our children to go to church. You understand? And this is the reason why it is you see that some people branching off to the crime, to rascality, as I say, because they know that, hey, if I become a true Christian as I see in the church, I will get molested. You understand? Or I might become the person who molesting people. You understand? So they say, you know what, I believe in the Bible, I know it real. But let me go into the hardcore part, which is Rastafarian, but right, which is another form of, another form of Christianity. Right? It ain't really changing it. It ain't really doing nothing to you. Right? If you really go into the history of Christianity, Christianity was about that, killing people to follow their religion. Right? So people join this Rasta City gang now, killing people. Right? You're still a Christian. No matter what name you call yourself, you're still a Christian. Because the true origins of Christianity is about killing people to follow it, to follow the religion. Same thing with Islam. You understand? You have black people, they know the Bible real. So they go to Islam because they know that you don't see no kind of raping and homosexuality in Islam. But still, it's still another form of Christianity because why? Islam does read the Bible, they follow the teachings of the Bible, Islam. You understand? That's what the records books say. Muhammad, the person who called himself a prophet, went into the records of Christian, not Christianity, but the Jews and them, saw the records of the Jews. And say, we now them only have one God, this is looking nice. You understand? They just face the east and pray. Yeah, but I want to do that too. You understand? So, and then he write his own records, he called it the Quran. You understand? But again, truly the white man and white supremacy, what he did to Christianity, or what he did to the Bible, and call it Christianity. People want to branch off of Christianity, but they know the Bible real. So they don't want to actually go into the church and become like that because they know they will get raped and molested. So they join Islam, thinking that a strong religion, they join this Rasta City things, thinking that a strong, rough religion. Because there's men, they want to be raped and molested. You understand? Islam can't really save black people. Rasta City can't really save black people. What they could do, though, is make we kill each other, like what we're doing today right now. Right? We join the Muslims and them, we join the Rasta City, killing each other like dogs. You understand? The next way to really stop all that killing and bloodshed is to come into the I.S.U.P.K under Commandant General YAHANNA. You understand? When you really watch the teachings at the U.P.K, it's about brotherhood, sisterhood. You understand? It's about teaching about the laws. You understand? Showing you where the law say you mustn't be a homosexual, showing you the laws where it say you must rape. You understand? People who paying the tithes, you see the pastor buying jets and house and boats and all kind of things you see that buying, but in the school here, the teacher does help. Now he does do. You understand? There's a lot of things the teacher does do, he does help. You understand? The Passover is next year, the 9th of April. You understand? Some people who don't even have enough to make it into the hotel that they pass over, you know, the teacher, commandant general, he just provide for you and stuff like that. That's what he does do. You ain't have enough to pay your water bill or your light bill, they're going to cut you. You're going to get kicked out of your rent. You understand? You just call, you make a phone call, and he will provide for you. You understand? That's what the tithes money is supposed to be for. It's supposed to help Israel. But these churches don't do that. You understand? I don't know why it is people still carrying the children to church. Pastor molest at East India, right?
Yeah.
Molest a child in the church. Not a child, a socially displaced man. You understand? This pastor, he molest, yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, you know, they say socially displaced to make it sound nice. You all know what we call a big grandmother.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
A homeless man. Somebody who looking so-called for helping the Christian church.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like I said,
Yeah, go ahead, Maka.
yeah, the name of the Christian pastor that I see, Bogari, 21-year-old socially displaced man.
Right.
The pastor by the name of Christopher Pereira.
Right. Christopher Pereira.
Yeah, he get charged for Bogari.
Right. You get charged of for buggering, you know. They see what church? They didn't see what church.
No.
Right. They didn't see what church. Apparently they're trying to.
Yeah, so like I said,
Yeah.
the pastor who is the head of the I.S.M. Ministries based in Valencia.
I.S.M. Ministries based in Valencia. Right. But he's from where? I know it was saying something about Central. Right. It didn't say that about Central.
Now, is the police officers that charge him, the court is in Shoguana's magistrate court.
Right.
Where you get charged.
Right. So you get charged in Shoguana's magistrate court.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is why the scriptures say no provoke, not all the scriptures go again. Just paraphrase, like don't provoke the Lord to jealousy or the Lord to anger. Right, I just paraphrasing, right? I can't remember the scripture where it is right now, but it wasn't basically it was like about this. Imagine this socially displaced man or this variant man going to church to change his life, you know. Stop take drugs. So who knows the drugs might be having there, I don't know. Right? Stop take drugs, cocaine, whatever. And then the pastor rape him.
Several man, more than once.
Right, and more than once. You understand? So the Bible is the only way that can make a change in life. But when you're going to church, right, when you're provoking the Lord to anger, provoke not the Lord to anger. Read that with scripture where it was. You understand? The pastor now or the parent, right? The pastor make provoking the Lord to anger because why? The man who want to change his life now, he go say, nah, that Bible ain't real. Let me go and become some Buddhist. So now you're thinking the Bible not read. You don't want to read the Bible now, so your life won't change. You understand? So that's curse. You just going to become upon you because why? You believe in the Bible now. Yeah.
As well, you know, there are people who are dealing with the Bible that does not belong to them.
Right.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
Because it only belongs to one group of people.
Right.
But the so-called Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Mm-hmm.
12 tribes of Israel. No other nation, no other people.
Right. You have to find
So like I said, the pastor also from Shoguana's. That is what he was mentioning.
the pastor is from Shoguana's. Right.
You're charging Shoguana's mansion, but he appeared also from Shoguana's. But the church that he is in,
that is in East. Right. Alright, just I think I'll find the scripture here is Isaiah. So what don't provoke what anger, but well yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying, right? You know, so you go to church, you get saved, the pastor rape and molester, you don't want to go to church again. You go think that the Bible is a fake book. You go think that the Bible is a storybook and you want to join some other religion. And by doing that now, the Lord is going to curse you. Because why? When you join those other religions, eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, you you're going in the strip club, you're doing all sorts of evilness, which what the Bible tells you to do. You're not doing it. You understand? So the Lord going to get angry and curse you. Right? So that is what that don't provoke the Lord to anger. I'll go find you first scripture now.
So like I said, Sunday,
Yeah, go ahead.
there was something that YAHANNA brought out in our class. He said that this is the way that pedophiles and homosexuals, create themselves. That's how they procreate. By molesting, and buggering, raping, whereby that will create other rapists, other pedophiles. So that would Christian should producing homosexuals and pedophiles.
And apart from passing it on through raping this one, and raping that one, there's actually teach that it is good to be a homosexual. You understand? The Archbishop Charles Gordon in Port of Spain has actually said it's good. He actually said it's good. Nothing wrong with it. You understand? Yeah, go ahead, Shah.
Whenever you scripture, in the scripture, that abomination is mankind with mankind.
Right.
The Christians should not speak with against the Bible, right?
Yeah, the Christians should actually going against it. You understand? So this is why the Lord was saying, don't provoke them to anger. You understand? So, right? So again, next year, 9th of April, I see the 51, the Lord's 51st annual Passover. Right? So, that's past the class of the priest and officer, Michael.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if your brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, verses 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming competition is the memorial blowing of the trumpets, which is Saturday, September 28, 2019, right? Which is the first day of the 7th month of the Hebrew calendar. You can find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. Remind Akim and Aquatium to check social media, such as I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like pants, like headbands or scarves. And with that, see, I'm Majum. Going to turn and face east and say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahawah, Malakwatka, Taba'at, Matazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Arataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Tananawa, Kam, Yawam, Wasalak now,
Nawa.
Kawawatinawa.
Kawawatinawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabayanawa.
Tabayanawa.
Wanasayawan.
Wanasayawan.
Abag. Kawasayinawa.
Kawasayinawa.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Lakwa.
Wahala.
Ala.
Watapara.
Watapara.
Iwalamiw.
Iwalamiw.
Aman.
Aman.
In English, what we said was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth,
In earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread. Give us our debt
our debtors,
as we forgive our debtors.
and lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
the power and the glory,
power and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
My name is Israel. Let's give the teacher one courtesy salute. Imagine Shabbat.
Yahweh Hashem Yom Shabbat.
How about Shimei Shabbat? Song.
Yadmata. Class dismissed.
Let's see what is